For today's craft challenge, I'm going to challenge myself to recreate the Osaka World Expo mascot, Myaku-Myaku. I've been obsessed with him since I first saw him in Osaka, so I thought it would be cool to try to recreate him. Let's get started. For the main body, I decided to use a knitting machine together with a chenille super fluffy yarn.
For the red parts, it took me a while to choose my medium, but I eventually decided to go with a pom-pom maker for it. You can refer to this list for all the materials required. All materials are also available for purchase on our website.
For the main body, I chose to use a knitting machine. Make sure you start at the first peg. First, pick up the yarn tail and hook it onto the first peg. Start spinning the wheel. Hook the yarn at the back of the second peg. The yarn will be alternating on the front and back of the pegs. Do this for the whole round until you see peg 1 again. Once you are back to peg 1, bring the yarn to the tension guide. Now we can start spinning. Make sure your yarn is loose so that you can keep on spinning smoothly. This yarn is actually on the thick side, so if I had to do it again, I would probably choose a thinner yarn to work with. My machine had a tiny bit of a hard time spinning, as you can see, but thankfully it managed to survive. For this machine, there's no counter, so I had to count the rows manually. In total, I spun a total of 55 rows. Once you have 55 rows, leave a long yarn tail and we will start to finish off. Release the yarn from the tension holder. We will use a sewing needle to bind off. Starting from peg 1, wind gently until peg 1 cannot be seen. Use the needle to pick up the loop on peg 1. Be careful not to pull too hard to undo the other pegs. Also make sure that all the loops are picked up. Otherwise, your project may start unraveling. Turn gently so that the next peg also disappears from view. Pick up the loop again using your needle. We will keep repeating this until all loops are off the machine. The piece will come off the machine nicely once we are done. To close, pull onto the yarn tail. Just like a magic ring, it will start closing slowly. Adjust as you close so that the whole thing closes up nicely. We will now put stuffing to shape the body. Here, I am shaping a round shape for Myaku's head. Adjust as you go until you get the round shape that you want. Once you are happy with the position, thread the yarn again. First, I'm using it to close up the top. Weave in and out to secure the top and prevent it from unraveling. Guide the needle to the neck area. I will continue to use the yarn tail to close up the head. Here I'm shaping the head again before closing it up. Wind the yarn around the neck and pull tightly. Once you are happy with the round shape, use the needle to sew down the yarn. Cut off the excess yarn. Now, let's shape the body. Once again, put in stuffing. Leave the bottom bit for the legs. Put stuffing into the bottom. Notice that I only put stuffing at the two sides of the bottom. Try to leave the center empty for us to shape the legs more easily. Pull the yarn tail to close up the bottom. We will use the yarn tail to sew the divide for the legs. Weave in and cut off the excess yarn. The main body is now complete. Now it's time to start working on the outer ring of Myaku-Myaku. It took me a while to decide how to make this, especially because it's so irregularly shaped. But then I realized it's actually made up of a lot of different sized circles, so I kinda got inspired to work on it using a pom-pom maker to create different sized circles. Let's pick up your pom-pom maker. Starting on the first side, tie a basic knot to secure the yarn. Start winding the yarn around the pom-pom maker. Make sure not to tangle the yarn onto other parts of the maker. Spin until the yarn fills the whole maker on this side. Close the pom-pom maker and open the other side. Repeat the same steps on this side as well. Now we start releasing the pom-pom from the pom-pom maker. First, cut between the pom-pom maker on both sides. Make sure that all the yarns are cut. Use a long yarn to knot the pom-pom. I prefer to knot at least 3 to 4 times for maximum security. Now you can release the pom-pom from the pom-pom maker. It's really messy now, so we have to start trimming the pom-pom. After trimming, it looks way neater. Initially, I was going to use the largest two makers that I have, but I realized that this size was already pretty large, so I decided to use the smaller maker instead. This created a smaller pom-pom. Side by side, they look way better, so I'm going to go with these two sizes. Now, I just need to make more pom-poms. In total, I made 4 of each size. Putting it together, I can kind of see it coming all together now. To put it together, I'm using glue to stick the pom-poms onto the main body. I think it's probably possible to sew the pom-poms down to the body, but I was kind of lazy, so let's just use glue here. Put some glue onto the pom-pom and stick it in position. I'm varying between the big and small pom-poms to get the irregular look that Myaku-Myaku has. I also put glue in between the pom-poms so that they will stay together. Keep on gluing until all the pom-poms are on the body. After sticking on all the pom-poms, this is what Myaku looks like. It's not so bad, but I think if I were to try again, I would probably try to arrange the pom-poms more randomly so that they look more irregularly shaped. It looks just a little bit too symmetrical here. But anyway, I'm still happy with how it turned out like I imagined, so let's continue. Pick up some white felt now and cut a D shape for his smiling face. For his eyes, our store just stock glittery eyes, which is so perfect. I'm using 14mm for my Myaku. I'm positioning his eyes according to his photo. I think the googly eyes really suits this. I'm going to use glue to glue down his eyes now. Really liking how the eyes moves as he moves. The last touch will be the arms. Initially, I thought about crocheting the arms, but recently I started trying out macrame, and so I thought, why not just braid him an arm instead? And so here I am cutting 3 strands of yarn for the braid. I'm knotting the 3 strands together before braiding. Since this yarn is furry, the knot will not be obvious, so it kinda works. I'm just braiding it like how we usually braid hair. The purpose of braiding is to give it more shape and sturdiness. When it's long enough, simply knot the other end to finish. Leave a long tail for sewing the arm. Repeat the same again for the second arm. Sew the arms to both sides to complete. Here, I made a mistake and didn't leave a long tail to sew, so I'm just gluing it down again, but it's probably better to sew it in next time. I think the arms turned out quite perfectly. Myaku is done! I think he turned out pretty decently for my first try. Oh, I almost forgot about his tail. Immediately, I made another small pom-pom for his tail. Glue the mini pom-pom to his butt. Don't forget his specialty eyeball on his tail. And Myaku-Myaku is finally done. This was a really pretty fun make, and it was really interesting trying to work with all different kinds of craft mediums to put this whole project together. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly fun tutorials.